plastic. Let's go outside. It's been raining all day non-stop here, and it was really, really cold. Copper mug cool. Yeah, it's good to have the copper. We need it. We need it. Haven't slept for freaking 2 days now. I end up freezing like really, really bad. Yesterday, you guys can see on the top of the mountains, there's like snow. It actually snowed last night. So it was like really, really cold. I've been up since 4 and we're kind of getting everything going again. The wild is nice, it's just I haven't rested yet. You know, driving and unpacking and doing so many things is just it's taking so much of my time. I haven't had a chance to finish everything, and it's always on the go. Hey Lexi, how are you? So, but yeah, you guys can see. So it snowed on the mountain up here. All around here it snowed last night and this morning, and it snowed on the other mountain. Let's see if we can get to it. Hey Duke. Duke has been waiting. Oh, we can't see it from here because it's covered by the trees. Good morning. Tell me what you can recommend for IBS. IBS is all it's in regards to your food intake more than anything. But as a start, you definitely want to get yourself into some digestive enzymes, hydrochloric acid. You know, these are like your basics. And make sure you start doing some food combining. And that's what you need. Let's play with Duke while I'm talking to you guys. Come on, Duke, where's the ball? So we can run around a bit and actually warm up. Because it's only like 2 degrees up here. Probiotics, I don't recommend probiotics unless you can make your own, like kefir or fermented coconut. What I recommend is prebiotics, so food for the probiotics. So this way they can actually flourish correctly. That's one of the big mistakes that we do. We end up buying probiotics, but they never really do the job because we don't actually feed them correctly. And most of the time they come in a bottle dead. So it's better if you actually make your own. Ideal. What's good for blood pressure is Celtic salt good and cayenne pepper. They're okay. They're not gonna fix your root cause. Go watch the video I just posted on my YouTube channel. I just posted it like almost an hour ago. And it actually talks about blood pressure and what supplementation to use. And I do have an ebook to how you can actually fix your blood pressure. So definitely download it and check it out, please. And that's how you can support my channel. Can you lower cholesterol, triglyceride with supplement alone? Yes, 100% you could. 100% you could. Love, wow, the mountains. We got very big mountains. Just walk out my door, there it is. Oh, it's amazing, look at it. And it's full of snow today. It was ice cold last night. We froze. And Duke came up on the bed and he stayed with me the whole night. Usually he sleeps for an hour on the bed and he goes on the floor. But yesterday he actually stayed there the whole time. As you can see him, he's behind me digging. That's his little sand section. So he can play while I'm busy. I usually hide some bones in there for him so he can actually find them. Right, Duke? What are you looking for? He's, I think, maybe looking for the bone. He's having fun. No snow, but love it. It is beautiful. That is beautiful. Areas like that is amazing. You know, you wake up, you have the nice, beautiful scene there. That's what counts. Hey, Jasper, how are you? What supplement can you use to lower cholesterol? There's lots. There's a lot of different ones. It's just whether your body can actually utilize them correctly or not. There's bergamot, there's niacin, there's so many different things. You can actually check out my ebook. Oh, you found it, finally. We lost it here last year. Yeah, I know. I thought we left it in Calgary. But you can download my ebook on a non-statin treatment. Are you in Canada? I'm in Ontario. I am in BC, in British Columbia. You're not that far off from me, a couple hours. There you go. Duke found his little toy. We lost it last year. We're looking for it. And now he's getting me full of mud. Hey. I just changed my jeans. No. Hey, John, how are you? Where are you from? I'm in Canada right now. Duke is yanking my arm like crazy. He found his little toy. His little biting toy. Just don't bite me, buddy. Okay. He's having way too much fun. Very good. I worked in BC. Yeah, BC is beautiful. I haven't been to Ontario yet. Been invited there a few times. Maybe one day we'll definitely check it out. Jump. Come on. Up. Oh, did you have to jump on me? I got my sweater full of mud now. I'm from Delhi. Looks peaceful there. It is very nice and peaceful. Very calm, which is amazing. So there's a mountain. It snowed last night, and you can see the frost all over the mountain there and here. It's pretty amazing. But it got like really cold. Right now is night this side. Yes, overseas. You guys are pretty much probably like. I think there's like an 8-hour difference, so probably about 8 p.m. or so, 9 p.m. maybe there. Not like the carp hole I'm in, Washington D.C. Hey, one day, crab hole. One day it'll be good. I know that this area here I've been working at it. To be honest with you, it's been about maybe like 5 years. So every year I would only come out here for about a month, and I started from being all the way in the bottom. I'll show you guys. I was all the way in the bottom, and every year we actually we cut down, a few trees, and we just kind of level it off. Few trees and level it off, because the whole thing was like pretty much like a wild section, forest. So we actually had to kind of go one level at a time, and it took, it's all about. It's funny, you have money, you can make things happen overnight. If you don't, it takes you years. Like it took me 5 years to finally make it. And last summer, I did finish the dry cabin. So it's almost like my little off-grid location, and I attached like my small trailer to it. And now I'm in the process of fixing the water, the septic tank, and the power. Because here in Canada, the downfall is, I know we see a lot of people off grid, especially in the US. They actually have the batteries, they have the solars. That's pretty awesome, which is great. But here in Canada, because we don't get sun as good, so it defeats the purpose of having solars. So therefore the batteries won't charge as good. So therefore you're never gonna have good power. So I have to see if I can get a line all the way from the highway all the way up here, like the other side. It's roughly about 900, about 1100 feet. So we'll see if that works out. At least maybe I can get my batteries charged up, and this way I can still have power all the time, which is nice. But it's a lot of work. And for the past 2 days, it's been driving, haven't slept. It's aging me. I'll just have to shave, I'll look good. How is the new place? You can see it here. Let's do like a little tour while Duke is playing. Let me switch the camera. Hey Marek, how are you? Let me switch the camera so you guys can see maybe a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, I still have some lumber everywhere, here and here, because I haven't been able to lift them. These are all like 8x6s and 6x6 lumber. So this whole section, I did do some fencing, temporary fencing. All this temporary fencing is all because of Duke, because he tends to actually go off grid lots. Well, not off grid, sorry. I mean to the crown land, and he goes after coyotes and deers. And last year I lost them for like an hour and a half, so I didn't want to take that chance again. It was a big investment to actually buy all these freaking fences all around. Oh, there he is. He's following me now. Duke, come here. Let's show everyone where we're at. So there's the trailer. I'm still working at it. I'm gonna actually, I did this temporary last winter, last November, just so I can get some little bit of heat. But I finished the tiny house, all of it, put the windows, did the temporary deck for now. I'm gonna finish it this week. I did all this last summer. It took me 2.5 months. It was my first time building. Let's go inside. It's not done yet, still pretty dry. But as you guys can see, I did the whole thing, the 2x4s, everything. There's my little tiny wood stove, which is, I'm gonna replace it with a real wood stove, because this one was too tiny, it doesn't even heat it up or nothing. And you can see there's the trailer door and there's the window. So we're actually, I'm framing the whole section, so the door will stay nice and open the whole time. And probably today or tomorrow I have to go to town for about an hour and pick up all the installation for here, do installation for the flooring, and close off the bottom. Once I close off the bottom, I'm planning to finish everything no later than end of May, so I can enjoy the summer with Duke and we can go hiking and maybe fishing. I haven't done any stairs or nothing yet, so. And I have my container there, my sea can. It's a brand new sea can. That's what I have all my stuff in. So all my gadgets and all my little tools and stuff, a little wood stove. And as of yesterday, I started building the little greenhouse. So the little greenhouse, you can see one of the posts is bent because Duke wrapped around it and pulled it. So I actually have to fix it. So we still have a lot of work to do because I have to dig all the way from the top all the way to the trailer so I can fix my water line and everything. Tighten this section for the roof as well. So there's still a lot of work. I'm in British Columbia. I can barely see your name. Chivino Silva. So that's pretty much everything. And on the bottom, so pretty much. Let me show you guys all the way in the bottom. I can't go all the way there just because I'll lose connection. So we flattened this section here. We took roughly about 45 trees from here. A lot of them were like birch, which is I can use for firework. So all the way in the bottom, see that trailer there? I got that 3 years ago. So we used to stay in that trailer while we were cleaning one section at a time. And before that, all the way in the bottom, that's what I was staying with the trailer. Then every time we finish one level, we'll bring the trailer up. But there's the view from the front. So we got the mountain there, still have some snow. You're leaving the trailer, or is it that temporary, the next one to the house? So the one in the bottom, that trailer, I've been leaving it right now because sometimes family, they come and spend 1 week. And I do have a lot of friends and a lot of people from TikTok. They want to come down and visit, so pretty much they can stay in a trailer. But what I'm gonna do is probably by the end of the season, I'm gonna sell it and probably build like another small dry cabin, probably there in the corner. So this way, anybody's gonna come and visit, there'll be like a small kind of little guest room with like a small kitchen or something and running water. But of course, you guys have to put up with Duke because he loves playing. Duke, come on. Where's the ball? So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. A lot of work still, but getting there. So hopefully, my plan is I'm gonna finish the deck, finish the installation before end of May. And while I'm done that, so this deck here is gonna be done. Once I finish this deck, I'm gonna put another deck here. So it's not, muddy and stuff. I'm putting another deck here, 20 by 20. So what you guys can see is it's a tiny house. It's only about 18 feet by 12 feet. I just want a small space because I spend most of the time outside. And seriously, like even today it was raining, I was just sitting there by the window the whole time. So it's a beautiful place. Wow, I can visit. Yeah, 100%. 100% you good. Eric, how are you? Finally, I made it. Finally, I'm in BC. Duke. So cool. Looks like a slice of heaven. It is a slice of heaven. It's just, I want more sun. And I don't want snow anymore because it's getting way too cold sometimes at night. And I haven't slept. Duke, come up here. My lower back hurts. Come up. Gotta stretch. Let's switch the camera. Now you come, and you're full of mud. Here, I got it. I'll help you build. What area in BC? I'm in. What about? Probably about an hour and a half or so from Nelson. It's cloudy here too. Yeah, it's been very, very cloudy. It hasn't stopped from raining since last night. What's your background? Originally from Lebanon. Come on, dude, come up here. You can't go down there. I'll slip. How to prevent reverse or slow vascular dementia. Polyphenols. Go watch my video on polyphenols on YouTube. But if anything is gonna help, it's polyphenols. You need at least 2,000 milligrams of polyphenols, specifically resveratrol. Now I'm getting some really good line of resveratrol that I'm actually gonna start using from the same company that I actually use their NMN, and that has the highest bioavailability of polyphenols. So strictly it's gonna be resveratrol. And another thing would be good to do is ellagic acid, which comes from pomegranate. So if you can actually combine both of these two products and have at least 2,000 milligrams to about 4,000 milligrams of polyphenols, it will actually help with the vascular issue, the vascular dementia. Adrenal fatigue, you can use ashwagandha. Just be careful of ashwagandha. You have to actually cycle it, or else it can actually cause more of a stressor more than actually helping. I'll hook up with you about my high blood pressure. Sounds good. Yeah, let me know so I can help you out for sure. And let me know when you find a good dog if you have any questions. But yeah, polyphenol is going to be your ultimate powerhouse for anything to do with vascular damage or anything happening with vascular issue. Because there's actually an inflammatory reaction that happens with the arteries. And the way we can detect it is by getting a blood test. It's called LPPLA2. So if you can get that blood test, would be ideal to actually check it as well. Just so we can check how much inflammation there is. Is your ebooks on bio? Yes, it is. It is, Char. If you go there, you can actually see it. Magnesium hydroxide absorption rate. I haven't had a chance to test out the hydroxide yet, Ritik, because I cannot get it here. So unfortunately, I can't really give you a good answer. But find out, see how much elemental is in it. It's all about the elemental. Then I'll dig up some information, research some information, and see how much of the absorption rate compared to the ionic. Because I know the ionic one was about 65%. That's the only reason I use it. But the hydroxide, I gotta look it up. Is arginine good to take for blood pressure? No, it's not. If you have a proper polyphenols or proper antioxidant in your body, arginine will actually cause oxidative damage. And that's why a lot of people say, well, you should stay away from nitric oxide because it can cause harm than good, because they're all trying to use L-arginine. And arginine is an amino acid that your body can actually convert from food. But if you actually overtake it, it will cause induced nitric oxide instead of endothelial nitric oxide. And that could actually cause more of a harm to the endothelial levels. So I would stay away from L-arginine. And I know a lot of bodybuilders, they talk about it so highly for muscle building and everything. But it's better if you actually get it directly from the company I get it from. It's actually 25% patent design extracted from beets, and the other, it comes from potassium nitrate. And they both cause proper dilation to reduce your blood pressure, but as well, it actually increases your endothelium nitric oxide, and that's what you want for nitrate. So I have the link in my profile bio. Definitely check it out. It is a patent design. Are you still recording your lives and adding to YouTube? I am, yes, I am. I'm actually doing it right now as well, Miss Cosmo. So I have both running right now, YouTube, and I have TikTok running, guys. So you can see all the videos on my YouTube channel, all recorded. Before I know, I was writing down the questions so I can actually put them in the description. Just right now, because I'm outside, I just don't have a pen to actually write down all the questions. And I know I'm only gonna stay here for probably another 45 minutes because I have a meeting in about 45 minutes with one of my patients, but I can come back after if I don't go to town to pick up the installation and stuff. Yeah, don't worry about making notes anymore, Miss Cosmo, because I'm because I'm gonna actually be adding everything on YouTube moving forward, so you guys can actually have the video there automatically and watch it. You take coenzyme Q10 and red bran, an omega supplement for cholesterol. See, the coenzyme Q10 I don't take any because we get plenty enough of it from eating beef heart, so which is fine. Red bran, you're probably talking about red yeast rice. Red yeast rice works not bad. Yeah, not bad for lowering cholesterol for some individuals. Are you familiar with metoprolol, beta blockers? Yes. I want to get off of it. You can get off of it easily. You just what you have to do is, before you get off of it, go get a blood test, check your homocysteine level, because one of the major side effects of metoprolol, it increases your homocysteine levels. So if you end up getting off metoprolol, it can cause restrictions to the arteries, possible stroke. So get your homocysteine checked. Make sure you are between the levels of 7 to 9. Then you can actually start to wean off metoprolol. Now it depends how many years you've been on it. To wean off, it could be anywhere between a month to up to like 60 days to wean off. Don't just drop it and get off of it, because it's gonna cause a major increase in blood pressure for the first 15 days. So you have to wean off correctly. What's the best type of choline and magnesium for vascular dementia? Magnesium, you need the highest absorption, which is ionic chloride. Choline, if you can get acetylcholine, that would be one of the best. Or you can get choline from eating egg yolks. It just depends how much you need. You need at least 3,000 milligrams of choline. Is there anyone who shouldn't take coenzyme Q10 and red yeast rice? Coenzyme Q10, there's no side effect or anything. It's very, very natural. It is found in our food intake. It is actually the enzyme that allow proper heart function. Red yeast rice, it depends where you get it from, because there's some red yeast rice by certain companies, they actually have citrin. And citrin, it's a mold. So it depends how the company processed it and how they ferment the red yeast rice. So you just have to be careful. So when you buy red yeast rice, make sure you ask for certificate of analysis. So make sure there's no traces of citrin in it. Because if there's citrin, then it's not gonna do you any good. Are 2 eggs a day healthy? 2 eggs a day? I just had 6 eggs. Why don't you eat like 6 or 10 eggs a day? Of course it is healthy. Just make sure, you know, they're either pasture raised or free range. Homocysteine greater than, so it has to be between 7 and 9 for your homocysteine levels. What brand should I get in UK? The one I buy, I get it from iHerb. And I know since you are in UK, you can actually get it as well from iHerb. So go to my website and go to the place where it says my favorite supplements or supplements and tools. And you can actually see the one I use, because that one is free of citrin. Fish oil really increase testicle size. Only if you end up taking higher levels of DHA, not your EPA, because omega-3s are actually the fish oils that consist of EPA and DHA. You need high levels of DHA, only if you can get good quality. What strength of B12 to help with tiredness? You need at least 5,000 micrograms. But you're tired is because of your mitochondria is malfunctioning. It's not because your lack of vitamin B12. Wow, 7 days a week strength training and run, my blood pressure is high. Yeah, you're overtraining, you're not giving your body enough time to recover. Recovery is very, very important. Like right now, I've been traveling, you know, I traveled one day for 8 hours, and since I got here, all I've been doing is just moving things and setting things up, so constantly doing things, and I'm exhausted, and I have a dry throat right now because of the weather. So technically, I'm not recovering correctly. So you think if I'm not recovering, would I ever work out? No, I wouldn't. I would probably take at least 3-4 days off, because your body needs to actually recover correctly. Unless you have your hands on some good D-ribose. So you have some good D-ribose that will actually help speed up the recovery process, because it boosts up your mitochondria levels. Have you ever helped anyone with concussion post-injury to back of head? No, I haven't. I can maybe search it up and help you with it, but I don't have much information. But if there is major damage or the concussion, the only thing you can do is, for fast effect, is more about the anti-inflammation. And what gives you the best anti-inflammation would be resveratrol. You got curcumin, quercetin, vitamin C, you get NAC, these, but you have to take them at a mega dose to actually help with the proper flow. And of course, cayenne as well too. Do you meditate, Maurice? I do not know. I don't like it. I don't think I'll ever do it. I tried it before. Some people, they love it. I don't. I'm not a big fan. I rather do like a grounding or other things or play with Duke. That's my meditation. The whole idea about meditation of shutting down your brain so you don't have your mind running at 100 miles an hour. And if you can actually do that with supplementation, sometimes I don't want to waste an hour, 2 hours meditating. Best way to have eggs, don't cook the yolk. Either boil for about 5 minutes, you're gonna have like a full runny yolk, or if you're gonna actually put on top of the frying pan, just lightly cook the white, but keep the yolk as raw as possible. I'm healthy weight, eat low sodium, so much stress, but blood pressure is borderline high. Start taking some L-theanine, you'll be fine. But the only reason you're borderline high is probably you're deficient in certain trace minerals. I can help you with that if you like. Is iron and copper and zinc good? Yes, they are, but don't take copper and zinc at the same time, and there's no point of taking iron. I was having cayenne for a few weeks, half a teaspoon in water, and after a week it was affecting my heart rate and had some pain. You're not supposed to actually overtake cayenne because it can cause it causes hemorrhoids, and sometimes it can cause issues with the arteries not being too flexible, and it depends on the heat levels. Technically, you need like at least, if you're using it for heart, you need at least 90,000 heat levels or higher, heat units or higher. If you're doing under that, you're almost wasting your time and money. And if you actually take more than 1/4 teaspoon per dose, you're taking a half. It's gonna cause hemorrhoids and other things in your system. So I wouldn't be going that high. Fallen, thanks so much for the flowers. Cheers. I'm trying to look for the shovel so I can remove Duke's poop. Every time he poops, I gotta remove it. I don't want it to kind of, by mistake, I step on it, or somebody's coming to visit me, they step on it. That wouldn't be good. So where's the freaking shovel? Oh shoot, it's outside the fence. Okay, let's go get it. Is that outside the fence? Oh yeah, there it is. I need to remove his poops. Hopefully I don't lose the signal, guys, but we're gonna try. We had some shot fires yesterday, about 3. There was 2 bears, they claimed, but I didn't see any. It's just too bad. We only saw a couple deers. That was about 4 o'clock in the morning, by the way. I was still inside. Duke, stay for a minute. No. He's trying to come out. And if he goes out, I won't be able to get him back. Give me a second, guys. I gotta close the gate. Duke, I gotta get the shovel. I have to remove your poop. Oh yeah, so since I'm outside the gate right now, so you can see there's good Duke behind me in the gate. I wouldn't do surgery for varicose veins. There's actually supplement for it. I just have to check my cheat book. I don't have it on top of my head. My blood pressure is borderline as well for a long time. Why? It's a deficiency you have in your body. Book a time with me and I can guide you through the whole process. How many hours you sleep? Usually I like to get 4 to 5 hours. I haven't had 4 to 5 hours to sleep because weather hasn't been good and it's been freezing cold in the house, in a little tiny house. Here, let me switch the camera. I'll show you where I'm at. Shoot, I don't have much time. Duke needs an orange hunting vest. Oh, he does, so I can actually spot him when he goes out. There's Duke. You guys can see him all the way in the bottom. So this is what I did last year. So there's my little pond. There's my water line. There's the little water that we have it running. I still haven't got it all fixed. I don't want to go too far because I might maybe lose signal. How many hours I sleep? About 4 hours, maybe 5 hours max. Astaxanthin and cod liver oil good together. Oh, 100%. It's one of your best antioxidant. So right now, so this is the line that I have. It's a 2-inch line. Hopefully I don't lose signal. So you have it coming from the top creek all the way in the top. There's about 100 feet away. I put it up last year and went down all the way. We have this pond here. I'm trying to clean it up so Duke can actually come up here and actually swim. Then we got the creek going down, and that's how I collect water here for the trailer on the bottom, just like a temporary fix. And there's a little tiny house where I'm at right now, and there's the beautiful view. Mind the ticks? Well, I'm not worried about the ticks. I'm sure there's lots. There was quite a bit of ticks last year, but I have a special horse spray. It's a horse spray that I usually spray on my jeans, and I spray Duke as well. And that actually prevents all the bugs and ticks to actually come at you. You just have to look for it. I went and bought it from horse animal places. They actually sell it for horses. Very expensive, but it's worth it. So there's a little tiny house. I still have a lot of work to do. There's the greenhouse we're working on. We started yesterday, and Duke bent this stupid post. I gotta fix it somehow. Duke, we got the shovel so I can get your poops out. Vitamin D with MCT oil I can't find where to get from. iHerb should have some, guys. iHerb, just look for vitamin D with MCT oil, not with olive oil. Olive oil will tend to actually oxidize fast. Okay, let's give me a second. I have to open the gate. And sometimes Duke will actually get the chance once to kind of go through. Hey, back up. He just loves it there, out there. If I can leave him by himself in the Crownland, he'll probably spend the whole day and he'll come at night. We'll be having so much fun. Wait, Duke. Okay. Let's go get his poop. Tonga Ali or ashwagandha for T levels? None. For T levels, it's not your testosterone levels that you're actually struggling with. It's your probably estrogen dominance. Anything you consume in plastic, it will actually mimic estrogen levels. So check your estradiol, your DHEA levels. Then from there, we can figure out whether you do really need to actually boost up your testosterone levels or not. Most of the time, you probably don't need to, because you were able to handle your estrogen levels correctly. Now, the only reason we end up getting a lot of males, they get estrogen levels too high, is because we freaking eat too much. Anything that isn't plastic actually mimics estrogen. Anything that is wrapped in plastic will mimic estrogen. Even if you're drinking your fresh water in plastic bottles, that mimics estrogen. So you guys have to actually fix that before you're looking to boosting up your testosterone. Once you actually fix that, and your testosterone is still not inclining within about, let's say, I don't know, 90 days, then I say, okay, let's go maybe try some herbs, Tribulus tetris, Tonga Ali, ashwagandha, boron. There's so many things you can try, and if still it's not working, then you can possibly do like a synthetic testosterone if you need to. What supplement can you take during extended fasting? Your trace minerals, and make sure it has sufficient enough magnesium, because you need all your electrolytes to actually balance your water levels so you can actually maintain a prolonged fasting correctly. Yeah, BPA is an estrogen mimicker. Oh, 100%, 100%. And that's why we are becoming more estrogen dominant. So you guys have to fix that before you do anything else. Which supplements for copper and zinc, please? Just make sure you buy them separate. I do have the link in my profile bio for the one I take. I don't remember the brand name top of my head, but you can go to the link and you can definitely check it out. Just make sure you're taking them 4 hours apart, or maybe you can take meal 1, you can take your zinc, meal 2, you can take your copper. That would be like the best thing. Taurine removes BPA, yes. Taurine removes BPA, removes heavy metal. Constantly our body is in a detoxification phase. And one of the, you know how I highly talk about magnesium and how much our body requires it? Well, guess what? Taurine is your next best supplement to actually naturally detoxify your body. And every person that actually tend to actually have any type of cardiovascular issue, they are actually deficient in taurine because of the environment you live in. You end up overutilizing taurine so much. So taurine is very, very important. Now, if you don't have access to taurine, you can always use zeolite as well. So it captures all the inorganic materials from your body and you flush it out as well too. PVC, PAC, SVT, book a time with me. I can actually talk to you through it and I can actually get you all fixed up within a few weeks, if not before. It's very easily fixed. There's just few deficiencies we have to work at with the proper staff of supplementation. Can anything remove microplastic? I did a video on that, but the most important 3 items that I would actually consider, let's say if we do have, everybody has microplastic in their system. You have zeolite, you have taurine, and you have NAC. These would be like your my top 3 supplements for actually detoxification and to actually remove anything such as microplastic from our system. But keep in mind, fasting plays a huge role in this as well too. So they should be all kind of combined together would be ideal. How do we stay away from plastic? Well, the thing is, you know, if you're not drinking water in plastic and any of that stuff, which is fine and not bad, the only thing is we're still gonna be we're still gonna actually be stuck to some degree of plastic because some butchers, they still wrap their meat in plastic, and some butchers, they actually wrap their meat in paper. So if you can actually, that would be like your last part. But keep in mind, anything we buy from the store, whether it's salt, whether it's Celtic salt you guys buy, or anything we buy, it's all in plastic. So no matter what, it's gonna be very, very tough to actually stay away from that, as long as when you get it home, you don't store it in plastic. Because due to like environmental changes, you know, from heat to cold to heat to cold, that will actually mimic estrogen as well. So the whole idea is to actually take everything, put it in a glass container or stainless steel containers. And what you can do as well, every 3 months, you can go on a product called calcium D-glucarate. So that will actually flush out the estrogen levels from your body. And you can tell that by doing a blood test, say once a year, and you can check your estrogen blood test, which is estradiol, and your DHEA and your adrenals, and you can see whether, you know, you still have any estrogen issues or not. So it'll be like almost like a habit where you have to actually maintain and do it on and off, on and off. Like even when we build a freaking greenhouse, what the hell do we use? Plastic. And guess what? Now you have the sun here in the plastic, and that plastic is actually releasing carcinogenics. And now our fruits or our vegetables, for example, if you guys grow any, it's all gonna actually end up having high levels of estrogen. So it's almost like we live around that whole scenario. So can we change it? Yeah, you can change it. It's just gonna cost a little bit more money. Some of us could, some of us can't. Can I work out? Oops. Can I work out at night? Is it okay? Will it disturb my sleep? As long as you're like about 2 hours away, it's fine. But if you're too close to bed, it's just gonna conflict. So the only way you can, because it's all about recovery. So if you take D-ribose and creatine at night after your training, that's gonna actually speed up the recovery. And right before you sleep, 30 minutes prior, you take magnesium, at least 400 milligrams of magnesium. That will actually should let you, allow you to sleep. It shouldn't be an issue. But it's not whether you're falling asleep or not. It's whether you're actually recovering, or whether you're actually getting rested to sleep, or whether you're actually going into like deep or REM sleep, or you're just falling asleep just because you're falling asleep. So you have to actually see how you feel the next day. So technically you have to be either tuned in with your body, or you have to have some kind of gadget like the one I wear is like the Aura ring, so you can check your sleep patterns. Duke is hiding under the deck. Maurice, brother, are you Lebanese? Yes, I am. Since I started taurine along with supplement with magnesium, the magnesium level is below the minimum of 1.5. It depends which magnesium you're testing. If you're testing RBC magnesium, or are you testing serum magnesium? BPA no good. No. Where are you doing this Canada or this state? I'm in Canada. Duke, come down. Ionic. No, I'm talking about the blood test. You said you're doing a blood test and it's 1.5. It's low? Oh, where you at, GM? What's the best supplement for PCOS? Berberine. But it's mostly with PCOS, so it is reversible. Yeah, you can definitely reverse it, and you can fix your estrogen, and you can definitely take calcium D-glucarate, but as well your diet, your lifestyle has to be adjusted as well too. Is magnesium ionic chloride an overall magnesium to use? Yes, it is. It is one of the best forms to actually saturate your cells correctly. Once you saturate your cells correctly, you can always switch to whether you want to use, let's say, for example, a spray, or whether you want to use glycinate citrate. It depends on the issues you're experiencing. So that would definitely work. Duke is hiding. That's his hiding spot under the deck. Only elemental form of magnesium get absorbed. Well, what happened is, so they take the magnesium, which is magnesium elemental, and they mix it with different forms. And in their mind, a lot of these companies, they assume based on the form, we can actually increase the magnesium intake in our gut. But no matter what, if your gut or if your intestine doesn't have a strong enough pH, then you're not going to absorb the magnesium correctly. So I know a lot of the people, a lot of the influencers, they talk about magnesium glycinate. Now the problem with magnesium glycinate, so glycine is supposed to enhance the gut to actually absorb, but it does not increase the pH. So the glycine is actually used to allow the body to go into a restful sleep or more relaxation. So imagine you're taking magnesium glycinate every 3 hours. You're gonna be feeling sleepy all day long. So that's why magnesium ionic chloride is one of the top form to actually, and the most natural form found to actually absorb high levels of magnesium into your small intestine. But you can always take magnesium glycinate at night so you can actually fall asleep better or recover better or go into deep sleep better. And magnesium ionic chloride, it is best to actually come in liquid form because actually it's derived from seawater. Or there is some companies where they actually sell it in dry form, and you can take roughly about 20 grams of the dry form and you mix it with about 2 liters of water. And what you do is every 3 to 4 hours, you drink about 4 ounces. And that's how you can actually saturate your cells correctly. I didn't know, I was wondering, I'm so sleepy during the day. Yeah, that's why you end up feeling very, very sleepy during the daytime, is because of the glycine. Is ionic consumed NAC, or it's NAC, N-acetyl L-cysteine. How to reverse his citizen? I don't have much information on that. I have to check it. Sorry, if you can send me a message, Raisa, you can send me a message. I can look it up for you and I can do some research. I just don't have much information on it right now. I don't know if I have it in my cheat book that I created or not, but I'll have to check it for sure. Hey Marie, how are you? Guys, I'm gonna stay here for another maybe like 10 minutes because I have a meeting in about 20 minutes, but I'm sure I'll come back. And when I come back, we just have to do some measurements while I'm talking to you. Do you listen to Dr. Steen Ekberg? I've heard of him. I haven't really listened to him much. He's good. He knows his stuff too. We need some sun so we can function. You guys want to see where Duke is? It's right under there. Oh, he's out. Oh, Duke, you still have that thing on your neck. Come here, come here. Hold on, guys. I gotta take the, because I had the training leash on his neck, and I don't like to keep it on. Give me a second. you still have this on your neck. There we go. This little spiky thing. I have to put her on. I hate putting her on. This is like his little training. That's the only way I can actually keep him away from going after animals, because every morning we actually go up to the Crown Land. Today we did one. We did like a small walk about 5 a.m. and there was a lot of animals. And if I have this on him, he'll actually drag me. He'll drag me, no problem. Like yesterday, I think we saw a small deer and he wanted to kind of go after him so much. He actually pulled me and I ended up slipping and hurting my knee. So I can't take the chance. And I hate putting this on his neck, but I have to. That's the only way I can kind of control him sometimes. It's just he gets too excited. That is what it is, right? Sometimes. Great working with you, Maurice. Thank you for your time. Yeah, no problem, Marie. Anything you need, definitely keep me updated, please. So just to kind of let you guys know, those are fine. We have one on our lab. Oh, perfect. Okay, I wasn't sure if they're actually good for the dogs or not, but sometimes, seriously, that's the only way I can control him, because he goes nuts whenever he sees something. And yesterday, we actually walked over to our neighbor across, and my neighbor has chicken, and he wanted to go after the chicken to actually catch one. Because, you know, I feed him a lot of chicken and stuff, and he's like, he's going nuts. And that's when he actually dragged me. So I have to kind of control him. But you guys know for a fact, you know, anybody that have done a meeting with me and stuff, I'm very strict on certain things, and especially when it comes down to blood work, because due to the inflammation and due to things that can actually happen with the blood. So definitely, and I have this open communications with all my patients, that if you guys have any questions, you can always reach out with me through WhatsApp. I know for the past days, I haven't responded to almost about 18 people still. And I do apologize, but I will get back to you probably by today, because I got everything set up right now for the internet. I'm not really worried of it losing power. As long as I actually keep the battery charged every 4 days, should be fine. And I'll definitely respond. But to all my patients that they're actually possibly on the live, you guys, if you haven't gotten my WhatsApp number, do ask me for it. And this way we can connect there, because I know I get some messages from TikTok and some messages on email and some messages on YouTube. But if I can actually all direct them to WhatsApp, I think would be great. Would be really good. And it makes things easy for me, and I can respond on the go. Duke, come down. Okay, let's go down and see Duke before I go to my meeting. I'm waiting for my blood work. I will send it to you when I get it. Perfect. Yeah, Marie, let me know. My blood pressure rises after eating. So the question is, the food that you are eating is either causing a reaction in the body. So are you actually allergic to certain foods, or possibly that the food you're eating does not contain, let's say, enough magnesium or potassium that is actually increasing your blood pressure. Now, your blood pressure increases normally to actually allow all the digestive juices to actually be active, so therefore you can actually start to digest. But the problem is, if you have balanced minerals, it will actually cause more of an issue with your blood pressure, and that's not good on the long term. And sometimes could be like more toxic issue with the food. Those are fine. We have one for our labs. My blood pressure rises. How do you ground yourself? Well, I'll take my shoes off and sit outside for hours now. Here in the city, I wasn't doing that, but you guys know for a fact, when I was in the city, I had the sheet for my bed, and it's connected to the electrical power, and that's how I actually keep myself grounded when I sleep. I haven't had a chance to hook it up here yet, because I'm still unloading all my stuff from the luggage, but I'll have it set up on my bed sheet. And I have the link on my profile bio, and I swear by the product. I'm not trying to sell it to you guys or nothing. I've been using it for 6 weeks, and it is night and day when you sleep and you're rested. And I should have just had it hooked up from day one, because I haven't really rested yet since I've been here for 3 days. You know, yeah, this is my 3rd day, so it's been a little bit tough. It would actually help me recover way faster. So what you do is you put it under your on your bed sheet, and you just sleep on it. So make sure your skin is actually connected with the silver material and the product, and it's just, you have it plugged into the grounding of the wall, and that will actually ground your body 6 to 8 hours. It depends how much you sleep. I do eat carb a lot. So probably the carb you're eating is causing coagulation effect. It's time to actually take a break off your carbohydrates. Maybe do like a cycle. It doesn't have to be done daily. You can do it daily, but it depends on the amount. If you're over consuming, then it's probably better to do it as a cycle, you know, every 3 days or every 4 days. You don't have to do it every day. You don't need carbs to survive or to thrive. You need a small amount and based on your athletic levels. Can you sleep with a t-shirt or must be skin to the sheet? Your skin has to touch. Your skin has to touch. So that's why I put it lengthwise. So my neck's touching, my shoulder is touching, my thighs are touching all the way down. So I still wear sometimes, well, I have to here wear a shirt and stuff just because it's freaking cold. But yeah, and the skin should be touching. How many times you eat in a day? Once or twice. Today, just because I've been up early, usually I don't eat till about 1 p.m. Right now it's about 12 p.m. I already ate today an hour earlier just because I'm hungry. And I need the food to recover. So I had about a 10-ounce yak steak with 6 eggs and some brie cheese. That's what I had for my first meal. My second meal will be probably the same as well too. Yesterday and the day before I couldn't get the meat defrosted in time, so I end up eating it raw and cold. Oh, Duke, you lost it. But yeah, usually once or twice a day. Love the view, connected to Mother Nature. Oh, 100%. It's pretty amazing. Oh yeah, and we got the internet hooked up here, which is good. And the tower, I have such a good internet. So there's a tower right here for the internet. It's like a private owned. So it's like a direct connection with me, which is pretty awesome. Because if it was like one of these big corporation companies, the closest tower was about 11 kilometers. And trust me, I wouldn't be able to do live. I wouldn't be able to do videos. I wouldn't be able to have like a phone call with you guys. So this is like a perfect spot where they have the tower. And in the winter time, they come up with the helicopter all the way up here, and they actually defrost the tower as well too, which is pretty neat. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take one more question, and I have to go get ready for my meeting. Is it worth having a stent if you have a blockage? A stent is gonna save your life, because for you to actually reverse or remove calcification, it is doable. It's a very long process. But some people talk, well, there's electrical, magnetic things we can do for the heart. None of that stuff has actually been 100% proven, other than the polyphenols that will actually maintain stability and will actually help with the, it doesn't allow more progression. But in a way, you have to actually allow proper healing. In a way, it's gonna save a life, seriously. I'm not gonna say no to it, but if it's already, you know, we did this to ourselves because we listened to governments and to pharmaceuticals, and we eat sometimes what we thought was healthy is not really healthy for us. And some of us have a specific a gene that gets activated, and I did mention that in my last video on YouTube. And if these genes are activated, the only way we can actually maintain a vasodilation for the arteries is taking nitric oxide for life. But to save a life right now, you might need a stent, and you might actually have to work on it. Just make sure you get a proper stent that does not need medication to actually work. There's some that they require medications for the rest of your life, some don't. Do you feel the same way with the defibrillator also? Well, I did have one patient last week that has issue with the defibrillator, and we're getting it fixed. You don't need it. It's all bullshit. They're just after your money. You can actually fix that. It's just a deficiency, Lexi. Guys, I do have to get going. Once I'm done my meeting, I'll come back. And we'll continue our chat. I'm just gonna have a meeting right now with one of my patients, and you guys can check out the video on YouTube. Would be great. That's how we can get you guys' support. And I'm still building the greenhouse. So I'm gonna have it all on YouTube. Hopefully, I'll have it like in a speed so you guys can see what's going on. At 4, I'm talking right now. I'm taking What blood type do you have? I'm an A plus. Yeah, even if you have a stent, you can take. I have a stent too. I have to take nitric oxide the rest of my life to actually prevent any coagulation or any issue with the stent. Very normal. And unfortunately, I do fall in that category where I actually have a specific gene type that caused this at such a young age, which just kind of sucks. We have to live with it, but it is what it is. So yeah, I do have a stent myself. I actually have a couple due to my dirty gene. Let's just put it that way. And I'll have to take nitric oxide for the rest of my life. There was actually a Nobel Prize that won for nitric oxide. In the presence of nitric oxide, you should never actually have a heart attack or a stroke. And these guys won a Nobel Prize back in 1980 for figuring that out. While I'm actually setting up my computer, as you can see, I have a microwave here. Never actually touched it, but this is where I hide my stuff. All my cleaning supplies. It's a perfect storage. I was actually gonna move it and make it into a shelf, so I just left it. I never used a microwave and never will. I thought I mentioned that because you guys are gonna say, hey, he has a microwave. I don't even have power to it. Cayenne and Beats. Cayenne and Beats works not bad. Beats is good, but it has to be 25% extracted or it doesn't actually work correctly. So 25%, and there's only one company that holds the true 25% because there is a patent design. So you can't just take any type of nitrates because you need at least 500 milligrams of nitrate coming from beets. But if you have issues with oxalates, it defeats the purpose. You actually have to get it from arugula as well. Having an oxalates defeats the purpose. So the patent one, they actually were capable of removing the oxalates from it. And that's the only reason I like it. Can I add you? Yeah, you can add me, Roberto. What do you mean by you can add me? You can add me and we can definitely talk and have a conversation, 100%. Sorry guys, give me a minute here. Let me just need to kind of get ready for my meeting and I'm gonna hang up with you guys if you don't mind, and I'll definitely come back here. So we got about 10 minutes. Just gotta get everything ready. And what's today's date? I can't even remember. You lose track when you come here. It's crazy. Okay, there we go. I'll take one more question before I let you guys go. How's that? Just to kind of make it fair for everybody. 6. You can send me blood work. Hello, I booked Ollie. Here's my labs. What are the stents called that don't require medication? I can't remember. I have to look it up, look up my information. But there's ones that they actually give you where you need Brilinta for the rest of your life. And if you stop taking Brilinta, I know a lot of the doctors or cardiologists, they'll actually put you on a Brilinta for about 90 days or a year, and sometimes you will drop off of it. But there's certain stents you put in, and if you come off of Brilinta, it will actually collapse. And that's you have to actually be careful of. Take care, John. Cheers. Thanks so much for joining us. Are the gene tests legit? Not all of them. Certain ones are, yes. Certain ones aren't. But I can definitely, if you like, I can help you with that. Even if you get your 23andMe, I can do like a full analysis for you. It'll be like an 11-page report if that works. And this way I can tell you exactly what's wrong with you or whether you have an issue or not. Hey, Paint with Jimmy. I was about to hang up the phone because I have a meeting, but I will come back, guys, in about an hour, half hour or so. I just have a meeting right now. Can we send our test to you from Sweden? Yeah, you can send it from anywhere by email. And I can actually do like a full report on it. It takes me about 11 hours to do a full report, but the report will be about 12 pages. Everything about yourself. All your genes, your dirty genes, what supplements you should be taking, everything. As long as you have your 23andMe, I can read it. Guys, I do have to get going because I have a call coming up right now here very, very quickly. I have to review some blood work, and we'll join again. We'll join again after my meeting is done, for real. You guys have a nice evening. Well, not a nice evening. What time is it? For me, it's probably evening just because I've been here so long.